Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at the Extreme Z area for physical Krillin, the Prime battle unit, and we're going to see basically how hard it is and discuss his EZA a little bit. Now if you have not prepared, there's plenty of videos that I have on Krillin. I'll leave you a link to the campaign video which has links to all the others, but yeah. Basically, you need to have these 6 units. You gotta have Int Dbora, Physical Nappa. You have to have Strength Android 18 and Tech Dodoria and Zarbon. And you have to have Physical Second Form Frieza alongside as well Int Prime Battle Vegeta. All of them have to be Extreme Z Awakened and all of them have to be Rainbow. So it's a lot of work. Krillin's EZA is also pretty interesting. 160% Earthling's lead, Key +2, defense of 160%. He gets 6% attack when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack of 30% if it's an ultra super attack. He gets an additional key and attack and defense when facing only one enemy, and then he gets an additional attack and defense based on how many enemies that he's facing. If he's facing 2 or more enemies, he has a chance at firing off an additional super attack, and if he is facing 6 enemies, which is basically just the World Tournament, then he has a guaranteed additional super attack. His 12 key can stun units, meanwhile his 18 key allows him to build up attack and defense. So Krillin is a pretty interesting unit. I think, for most people, Krillin's kind of one of those units. I always thought he was pretty good when he first came out. I think he still is interesting from his EZA standpoint. It's going to depend a lot on how quickly he stacks, but he could be an interesting option for a lot of teams. Now, I think they could have just given them some support. I think that would have been the final icing on the cake, but we'll see. In terms of team, you're going to want to take Dodoria and Zarbon, the Tech Dodoria and Zarbon, as your lead, so that you can run the team. Of course, this means that a couple units will not fall under the lead, those mainly being Dbora, and obviously Prime Battle Vegeta, and Strength Android 18. But the thing is, these EZAs are always just really bad like this. They always just kind of pick 6 random units, or 6 units that have something to do with Krillin, but don't have a team that can be run together. So that's kind of always like a bit of a kind of stickler for this, or at least like a little bit of a bummer when it comes to like putting together the Extreme Z area. They just don't have that kind of like a synergy. So running the team is not like a super enjoyable experience. Half the time, your run is determined by whether the unit that is the friend unit or the unit that's not under the lead, it doesn't get hit by a super attack. I will say you can stun Krillin, you can seal Krillin. So these things are pretty important. Dbora stuns, Dodoria and Zarbon, they seal. So there is some added value, to this. Like, there is some decent value in regards to being able to stun and seal him. But obviously you want to kind of keep the int units out of harm's way. Android 18 is okay to kind of keep on a rotation. She does more than fine. But your big damage dealer is going to be Nappa, Second Form Frieza. That's basically it. Nappa is like the hard carry of this Extreme Z area, basically. So yeah, outside of that, honestly not too much more really to say. Dodoria and Zarbon are also good. At least your copy will be. The friend one doesn't have any stats. I also don't know why they don't do that. But yeah, they're good, especially the sealing aspect of it does help out, especially if you line them up with Second Form Frieza. But his EZA, we'll take a look at it in a bit of a more in-depth look. Do a review on him and everything, and just see how good he can be. I think he could be interesting. I think, with Krillin, what they always should do is consider giving support. His links are never going to be crazy. But yeah, like the World Tournament, Krillin was a great design for Krillin. Support plus utility, really awesome. But we'll see how this physical one does, and if he can be a very solid option as a free-to-play unit. Obviously it's nice that he's 160% Earthling's lead. I think that's pretty good. So in terms of the amount of attempts, you get around 4 medals per attempt. You can get a question mark, which will increase your medals and does help you out a little bit. but it took around 250 stamina to get this done, so it did take quite a while. Obviously, if you have a second copy of Krillin, you should feed that into Krillin to save yourself some Kais, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can use Elder Kais or Mystic Kais, just depending on how you feel. But yeah, that is basically it. That covers everything you need to know, and yeah, I will definitely be seeing you guys in the next one. If you have any more queries about Krillin or ZZA or anything, you can always leave them in the comments below, and I'll gladly attend to them. There is currently the Extreme Z Challenge campaign on, but that will expire. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.